Hey everybody, Fiona May from Women on Transition, and super excited again. Another one of our beautiful clients who has graduated from the Shine program. So welcome, Hulya. How are you going?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm feeling very inspired and very motivated at the moment, and I think mostly it has been because of this course. Gone from a really bad space to feeling liberated and free and light and peaceful. Yeah.
So beautiful to hear. It's exactly what we want. So tell me where you were just a few months ago when you came into the program. How are you feeling about yourself and your life at that stage?
Or when I first started, all the way back in February, March, I suppose, I was in a very dark, horrible, self-loathing, horrible space, and not in a very good place. I've come a long way since then.
Good girl. And, when you're in that place, what did it feel like getting out of bed every day and, just thinking about where you were in your life and what you had to look forward to?
When I was there, it was really hard. I was very unmotivated. I just saw I had no purpose. I was stuck. I didn't know what to do. I had no purpose. I could never see anything worthwhile to progress myself and what I want to do. I've always been a goal and orientated person, and I had no goals to achieve. I felt I had done everything, but then I couldn't see the light. It was all darkness, and I wasn't motivated. So I just didn't want to do anything, and I just did nothing for a very long time. And then this course, the 3-day course, came at a very good time. And as you've said many times, that when the pupil needs it, the teacher arrives, and it was that. And I must admit, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, this has to be a hoax. It's just too good to be true. And I thought, look, you know what have I got to lose? $100. I'm just going to do it. And you know what? It's the best thing I've ever done. And I've talked about this to my many friends, and I think there's a few doing in October. And so it's the best thing I've ever did. Best investment in myself, or the initial investment in myself. It's the best thing I ever did for me.
Excellent. So you went to the 3-day event, and then you decided to take your learning to the next step, didn't you?
I did. I thought about it, and I thought, you know what, everything that you talked about through the 3 days hit hard and it hit home. And I thought, you know what, everything resonated deeply within me. And I thought, these ladies know what they're talking about. They've been through it themselves, and all those life stories of all the people who've been through it before too, like that resonated deeply. And all the topics, I'm like, oh my God, I'd love to be where everyone else is. And that really pushed me out of my comfort zone to self-explore and I suppose self-invest in myself. I do a lot in my children, my family, and everyone around me, accepting myself, and it was time for me.
Beautiful. So what had you tried in the past? So you've been through a separation and divorce, and then like you're lost, you're lonely, you're sad, you don't see any way out. What else have you tried before you found us?
Before I found you guys, I'd seen psychologists. I was on tablets, and they just did nothing. I didn't get anything from my 2 different psychologists I saw. I didn't feel like they heard me. I felt that I was still invisible and nothing, and I couldn't see purposes. I still wasn't out of my deep dark hole that I was in. And like I said, I saw this 3-day advertisement, and I thought, I've got to try something. And yeah, so my kids were worried, so they just kept saying, Mum, you need to do something. And I did the course, and the 3-day course, and that was the best thing I did. I can't explain that enough, like how powerful that was for me, and that was my changing directions in life. I was headed one way, and that caused me to do a U-turn, which was really, really good.
Yeah, we call it reset because it really is a bit of a reset, isn't it?
Absolutely. Reset everything in my life.
Good girl. So after that, you jumped in and you did Shine. So over these, the 3 months journey with the Shine program, tell me some of the things that you discovered about yourself, because I think it's true to say that we sort of, are on autopilot a lot of the time in our life, and we're really good mums, we're really good daughters, we're really good wives, and then, we lose ourselves in all of that, and we've got to rediscover and reinvent ourselves, don't we?
Absolutely. One thing that I found was, and I think we hit on a lot of the time, was the patterns were big for me, and they were just repetitive. And when we do go back, and we do go back dark, deep and raw, the patterns were there from day one, and because they weren't addressed, they just kept repeating. And so what I found was like, and especially being the order of the firstborn, the expectations of a immigrant family, the patterns were just consistently there, and I dragged those into all my relationships, friendships, marriage, dissolution of marriage. So that sort of, and because they weren't addressed, they just kept repeating.
Yeah. And so what are you looking forward to now for the rest of your life? Like when you went,
I'm ready to shine like a diamond. I'm ready for anything and everything. I'm ready to shine. I'm still working on me. I do want to meet my magnificent man. I'm really inspired about that too. I wasn't for a very long time because I did come out of a horrible relationship, and I've been divorced for 10 years. So, and I've had relationships in between, but again, those patterns I had brought into those relationships, I just didn't know how to have those conversations. I didn't know how to navigate through that complex, I suppose, relationship patterns. And but now I feel a lot clearer about how to communicate. I feel a lot clearer about what I want, setting my boundaries, setting my expectations, the value of me, and the value in what I want. And I think they're all very important. So they're very awe-inspiring, because I've been all about my family, and now I just know I'm important as well. So I need me, and for me to be helpful to everyone else around me, I need to be important, and I need to be prioritised as well. So it's good to set boundaries with family, especially because I think family can just be as exhausting. So I've got elderly parents, and I've had to set boundaries with them as well. Reflecting back on my journey through my lifestyle, and it's been an interesting. I think I've got a better relationship with my mum as a result of this as well. So understanding her and how her patterns were and why they were as well. So I was battling that for a while, because I was always angry at her too for no reason. But now understanding her love language, understanding why she did or what she did with what she had, that was a big stepping stone for me. So I was always angry, like, why did she do more? Why wasn't she there to protect me, kind of thing? But now, and understand what her love language is, and it's all about the food, not emotions. So it's really deep and interesting. It was hard to accept and hard to go back, especially when we had to do that program about we had to talk to your 5-year-old self. That was really hard, and that was really raw. I didn't realize how many things was in there. I'd obviously buried that deep, but when we had to talk to this photo, it was just deep and really interesting what came out. The floodgates were open, and that was like the turnaround again, in terms of going, oh my God, this is not just new behavior. This has been going on for a long time, and I'd been carrying that weight of all those patterns and behaviors, and not setting those expectations. It was just heavy.
Beautiful. So, you've gone on this incredible self-discovery journey. We've helped you to be able to heal and grow your emotional intelligence, and learn about relationships, and learn about how you can show up as your very best self. What are you looking forward to for the rest of your life?
I'm looking forward to life in general. I'm just learning to appreciate everything I have, everything I've worked hard for, and everything yet to come. So I think the future looks bright again, and I'm looking forward to all the people I'm going to meet, and if I'm lucky enough, or if I go down that path, meeting a magnificent man and having a wonderful life with him. And I think that's important, about prioritising him and making our life, and not allowing others to influence that as well. I think we need to prioritise each other. So I think that's and going into that kind of mindset where you don't allow your kids to dictate, who's appropriate for you or who's not, and sort of making those decisions for yourself, I think is a lot clearer.
Yeah. And, life's already changed for you, hasn't it? You just come back from a holiday on your own.
I have. And that was I go on a holiday on my own, and that's quite, nerve-wracking, and it was really good in the sense of and I met some amazing people, which I perhaps wouldn't have if I went with people. Going on your own, you sort of not forced, but I am a very social, or now I am again a social person. So it's great to be out there and met some beautiful people who all want to set me up, by the way. Everyone's got someone that they know, apparently. So, and yeah, so that's quite interesting. And they're all like, I can't believe you're on your own. How do you not have someone? I'm like, I'm not just ready for that yet. But they're all, like I said, it was beautiful, and that was inspiring, and did what I want, how I wanted, and it was fantastic.
You make me smile and my heart sing, because it's exactly what I want. I hate ladies staying stuck, and
Yeah.
you know, this is the best time of our life. You know, we've been, you know, we've done all the things that we had to do, but this is a time where we can rediscover ourselves and get out there and have some fun and live our life. And so I'm
Yeah.
super excited that you are where you are. And
I am so not I'm so unstuck now, and I'm just ready to fly. I think I've got wings, and I'm just ready to soar at the moment. So it's making sure I soar in the right direction. So I've got so much I want to do now. It's just trying to like with my diaries and with my goal setting. I've still got my goal in my ensuite, which I look at every morning still. So I have my little notes around the house still about all my, the money I want to make, the people I want to meet, the place I want to go to. So it's all very exciting.
That's cool, because once you have that structure in your life and you've got the plan, then it's just taking intelligent, inspired action every day. And you know, all the ladies are just amazed with what they can achieve once they get focused. And, you know that you're going to be that girl as well. And we're so proud of where you have come from and where you are now. You've been a beautiful joy in the group, and everyone's loved you. Have you enjoyed the friendship and community and doing, the work together?
The weekly calls have been amazing. It's just great, I suppose, and reassuring to sense, I suppose, that you're not alone, you're not the only person going through this, and then having that supportive network is very powerful as well. And the Melbourne girls we have met, and we're planning to meet again. So it's been really great resource. So we're all on the same page, we're all heading the same direction. So it makes a difference. You can have those emotional conversations, you can have those conversations to raw and that have hurt you, but without judgment. And so that's all very important. It's a safe space. So there's things you can talk to family, there's things you can talk to friends, but they don't get it. If you haven't been there, they don't get it. Whereas these people understand where you've been and understand where the potential is headed to. So it's a very powerful place. It's just great to have those kind of supportive people, and you guys have been amazing. So as well, like pointing us in the right direction. If we do slip back, you've all been great. Like keeping us on track.
Excellent. So what would you say to other women who may be sitting there like you were, a few months ago, and thinking that because they've gone through a separation and divorce that, they've lost everything, and that life is, they just don't even know what to do? What would you say to those ladies?
I would say to those ladies, don't just second guess it, just get on and do it. It will be the best thing you ever do. And if you can, doing the Shine program is amazing, and it really is a self-reflective opportunity, and for your own emotional growth, personal growth. It gives you so much strength, and there's power in all of that, in where you need to be to get unstuck, to keep moving forward, to keep making a better you.
Yeah, excellent. All right, well, congratulations, you've now graduated from the Shine program, so well done.
It's a happy but sad thing. I mean, like, yes, it's happy and sad, and I do want to go back and do the program again, because I know a lot of the mentors have said it's a great way, and it's interesting how your mindset changes when you do it again. So I do want to repeat that again, and I was waiting to come back from this holiday, so I will do it all over again.
That's great. That's the way that I set it up, is that you can go back over it as many times as you like over a 12-month period. For just, it doesn't cost you anything more. And that's what really cements your learning. And you'll see the second time that you didn't see the first time because you weren't ready, but it just soaks in, and you've got such amazing resources there to help you create your new life. So
absolutely, because I think because you're so raw and just trying to face those emotions or those thoughts that you bury deep. And I think like now going already, having had gone, so maybe like you said, there'll be other things I can discover now and uncover, and that will be a different experience in itself. But everyone who has done it repetitively has said how wonderful it is and to keep going.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you in Melbourne at our next 3-day event. I want to give you a big hug and
Thank you.
congratulate
Thank you. I've got some friends who are coming, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. So yes.
I bet they can see a huge difference in you, can they?
The biggest thing, a lot of people, because I didn't tell people initially I was doing the course, and I did have a lot of comments going, you look different. Are you doing something like, and it was more, because for me, it's all about eyes. Being a nurse, I suppose I've always looked at people's eyes, whether they're dead or alive. And they said, you're very different. And they said you're a lot more alive and a lot more positive. So that's been like, yeah. And then when I did eventually tell them, I kept talking about the course. Everyone, I think, towards the end got sick and tired of me here talking about the course. But like I said, through that, a few people have gone, oh, I'm really interested. So one of my friends is, she lost her husband and wasn't a good, is in deceased, but and she has had a hard time moving forward too. So, so she's going to come in October. So that will be good.
Excellent. We look forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. And I can't express my thanks to yourself and to Sandra and to all the mentors who've been amazing. So it's been an amazing, course to do, and I can't recommend it enough for people. If they're thinking about second thinking, don't think about it. It'll be the best thing you do, best investment in yourself.
Excellent. It's our pleasure. That's why we do this, because we know that it's too important not to do. So, all right. See you soon.
Thanks so much, Fiona.
Bye, sweet.
Bye. Thank you.